Yo, what up? It's the video about your boy Seandre. Now, this is a particular fellow Lily that used to be, hanging out with me. Gumble to Gumble, during our mighty freshman year, back we had the group home, we were able to watch all those fucking gameplay videos, but, still, alright? As evil as it is, literally, his name was Seandre. Literally, he was the light-skinned brother. Literally, that was the closest thing to me, It really made me feel good because, what he was there's this white guy. He was ugly, kind of like old dirty bastard. Literally, and he was the best cutter in school. So, when I was younger, I looked up to him like Piccolo, all right? And him and Seandre were even at top. But the guy that was right under him, my rival in school, was Kevin Tran. The one that just got good at the Filipino community that faced RJ, all right? So before then, Lily, he told me that he beat RJ. That's a lot because RJ just beat Randolph. That's the whole story. And me, if you actually think about it, calculate, freshman year, my tut was better than RJ and everything he ever did, all right? That was a really fierce tut, all right? And still to this day, but, the truth and reality of it, that poor broke my fucking heart. When I did that tut and fall, all my literally got the grand slap of all time, literally. What idiot gangsters actually, raped me at public school, in actuality, all right? Seandre, in socializing was actually a couple of tiers above me, all right? He was on some Gucci Mane shit. He was on some, literally, I don't accept anything, literally, I'm deaf to rap, literally, whatever type shit, the problem with him, literally, to this day, it's like he's like Pac-Man, all right? Literally, he was the perfect person, so I'll put it like this, literally, at the group home, I wasn't tripping because I had Seandre, and I'm on the techno life, but literally, get the fuck out of here, literally, by a landslide, it's true, I don't fuck with you, where it comes to that, all right? It's really fucking true, in the reality show, he was the only guy, particularly even closer, to being as sexy as me, all right? Now, what happened, literally, throughout the whole fucking thing was, Seandre was my nigga, okay, literally, and, what the matter is that, my freshman year had everything where it came to color correction. It was funny because I was working out Sony Vegas, and that shit go hard, that program go hard. What ended up happening was I ended up having songs that get beat with everybody else. Literally, let's not go there, but he was a grandmaster of tut because what ended up happening was he was an OG position where he had to get kicked out of school, all those charismatic people. But he gave me one of my greatest punchlines, that ever existed in regular ed, literally, when he supported me, after the tut, after the dance, all that shit happened, to the birds, to a win, but, literally, so what happened was in school, literally, I was the best, I was the top 10 best tutters, literally, Seandre, an old white Piccolo guy was at first, literally, Kevin Tran, was again third. I don't know what tier he exactly was. Literally, we literally had people literally turfing out Oakland, that were at American, when Skinny Jeans first came out with a jerk, right? Now, the reason why he's my nigga, all right, is because he is the reason why, I chose to be definitely, in bits and pieces instead of letting myself out there, all right? Literally, I've had, an awkward conversation with him that, people want me to go back to those days, but in reality, he's a delicacy. One of the biggest ones on earth, it's like James and Courtney, okay? Now, what ended up happening, right, was there was a fight in school, literally, and, Seandre was on the floor trying to tackle somebody like a little kid, like a Teletubby, all right? So what ended up happening was fucking, I was listening with the fat Lily, and everybody saw Seandre got suspended. Everybody's like, Seandre, and I was like, Seandre, Lily, and then Kevin was like, you don't even know him, after losing to Kevin in a tut. Yeah, it really fucking went there, and, that's truly the principle that my mom pushes, and that's why socializing is for other reasons, not the different reasons that you use, but, to tell you the truth, it was a fucking punch mine gold mine, because that's what happened. Literally, when I got my old YouTube channel, literally, when I was bringing people in from the insane sound like James, I told Sean Schimmel, literally, the voice actor Goku, not Seandre, but Sean Schimmel, literally, Sean, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna bring James, literally. So what ends up happening was I beat everybody in the reality show, including God, literally, I was on the feed, literally, including, Calberto. Anyway, fucking, what ends up happening is, yes, there was a black person too, literally, is that I finally finally lost to somebody with the same amount of sex appeal as me. And what ends up happening is fucking he beats me. It's a verse about literally want to watch 2 cartoon episodes. And think about it, literally this guy hasn't watched a single episode of anime in his life. Literally, and so I gave him an episode. It was Dragon Door Academy, and so I was little Nagataro. And I was popping out of the building in and out like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Anyway, what ended up happening, there was also a girl named Mercedes from freshman year. I already, brought that down. We had a good verse about it because he eventually just brought something hella big. It says, "Oh, Tariq, that shit, little nigga." Literally, in all actuality, what ends up happening is, they can't be double applying American. Now, where it comes to right now in this situation, I did go to that school. I have a lot of fans do go to that school, so it does make sense, especially with the physical movement when they feel the tut. But, in all actuality, all right? The reason why they kept on having talking because I was a Warriors and champion. Literally, that's when a legend shit was made, but not really. Okay, that school literally claims school's a school, but they use it as a gang, and I don't fuck with that shit. Okay, I don't fuck with any of that fucking shucking shit. I don't really appreciate you dragging that shit all the way to a point the one I was supposed to go to. My childhood, my actual real blood, Washington, literally had their football team and everything. All right, now there is a thing that's dragged on. That's connected to what I'm doing right now. In the present, because literally when I walk past Washington, it's Page. I imagine literally Chris, a country all getting caught up for selling weed, ecstasy pills, it's right fucking there. And I feel it, that's when Washington is bad. That's how much they make you understand about school. Like, bruh, it was hard for them to break it because high school's for little kids, and that's why, what happened when I got older was I got a music career as a celebrity entertainer because I held on to things like a delicacy, all right? Literally, so, and you can't take that power away from somebody. That's meditation. But in all actuality, all right. So what ended up happening was they kept me talking about the school so many times to the point where in this tree right here, literally talking about not going back to the past. Lately, I had a battle with Seandre over the same amount of tree, for hella fucking times. To the point Mr. Pleasant says I want Eris to battle Seandre again. Okay. Oh God, literally, and that's why I get fired from. Literally, that's probably somebody mad at my shit. All right, it's true. Hati Bobby, and it's really good to see everybody in this video today. All Smigo aside, he was my nigga, and he was one of my childhood friends. So when we stuck in the group home and watched from Proud and Nada, that is where I stand at, with Chris and everything, all right? Because that was me. Like I told Seandre lately, hey, you I was a rapper, literally, like Fabulous, literally, instead of everybody going looped in around, I went da 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 da, literally. It's crazy, and he's one of the reasons why I laugh at white people. But anyway, Seandre,